Hey, welcome back to video number 4. This is the absolute last video. There's only 2 PowerPoint slides, and then I'm going to give you some updates on what's going on. So, first one. So we're picking up, again, talking about the differences between animal phyla, just in general. And again, we're going to touch on these again as we talk about each phyla individually. First, we were just talking about coelomates. So whether you had a true coelom or a true body cavity, whether you had a false body cavity, or maybe you lacked one altogether. Now those eucoelomates included most of the organisms. There was only a few that were considered other things. So we can classify our eucoelomates one more time. We can split these one more time to discuss how do we separate between all of these organisms that are considered eucoelomates. And the major way we do that is looking at their embryonic development. So when you have that sperm meet egg, it makes a zygote, what happens next? So this isn't something you can just look at and be like, oh, this is what's happening. No, like you have to study it at the embryonic stage. There's no visible difference in these different types of developments. So the first classification are our protostomes. And what happens, so here we have the zygote, if you're looking at this image, and it's showing that now this zygote is splitting into more and more cells. And at some point, around the 64 cell stage, is you start having this, what they call gastrulation, gast meaning stomach. And essentially, this is the first development of the digestive system. So this circle of cells is now caving in, and that caved in area is going to start becoming the digestive system. Now, if you're a protostome, that caving in that just was created is the start of the digestive system, which is your mouth. So protostomes, their mouth forms first in the digestive system. Now this includes a wide variety of organisms. These are typically aquatic organisms. That includes our arthropods, so thinking about crabs, but also insects. Our mollusks, which include like our squid and octopi, and our annelids, like our earthworms. So quite a few organisms, especially thinking about insects. Insects, huge amount. So again, you're talking about zygote. It starts folding in. That opening that is formed is the mouth. Now, if you are a deuterostome, so deuterostome, that directly translates into the mouth forming second. So same thing, this is the same exact picture from the slide before. You have this zygote. Once the zygote gets large enough, you have this caving in. But that first opening isn't the mouth. That first opening is the anus. And then later on in development, when the second opening forms, that will be the mouth. So it is the anus that is forming first in our deuterostomes. Again, when you look at these organisms, you have no way of knowing. But looking at it at the embryonic life cycle, that's when scientists are starting to divide these organisms out. And that's how our major phylogeny is organized. Now the organisms that this includes are echinoderms. These are our starfish, as well as chordates. Chordates include essentially everything with a backbone, including humans. So yes, when you were born, the first thing that formed was your butthole. Like, how does that make you feel? So again, it's just a way to kind of start classifying the huge animal kingdom that we have. If I actually go back a couple slides to this one, we're going to do an activity maybe on this. This is showing a very brief classification of animals, but you can see, so radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. 3 tissue layers are our triploblasts and our diploblasts, deuterostomes and protostomes. So it's just a way for us to organize these different animals, these different organisms. All right, so that's it for our lecture that we are making up for because we did our review. There is an assignment related to this lecture. It's on Blackboard in the assignments folder. All it is a Blackboard quiz. It's just a bunch of questions, mostly multiple choice questions, looking at this information. So look through this PowerPoint, look through your notes. You can take it as many times as you want to in order to get all the points. It'll either be 5 or 10 points. I haven't made it yet, but you'll be able to take it as many times as you like. You'll be able to view your wrong answers. I'm only making it just to make sure that you're taking a look at this information before we come to class after spring break. So with that, I hope you guys had a fun time in the snow. I hope you've been having a great spring break, and I will see you soon. Bye!